Hey, I'm Lashana Guy, and this is Good News Only, the show where we celebrate the stories that uplift, inspire, and bring us all together every weekday morning at 10:30 a.m. and then again at 1 p.m. We are recapping the good news only, the feel-good headlines, the community and the local wins that bring a little more light to your day. And I want to hear from you too. So if something good is happening in your world, a personal victory, a community success, a birthday, or just something that made you smile, send me an email to news25 at week.com and be sure to put Hey Shauna, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line so I know it's for me. I would love to share your good news right here on the show. And don't forget, we are on Facebook. So you'll want to follow 25 News Good News Only on Facebook, and there you can send me messages with your good news. You can respond and participate in the conversations that we start right here on the show. You can comment on the Get Personal with Shauna videos that we post each week and more. I love connecting with you on Facebook. That's always fun. And so just full of good news today, like always. It's National Anita Day. So if your name is Anita, happy Anita Day. It is also National Drew Day. So happy National Drew Day to you if your name is Drew. Why is it National Leprechaun Day? I'll have to research that and get back to you and let you know what the reason is behind that. It's Third Shift Workers Day. Lots of third shift workers, especially those in the healthcare field, nurses and personal care aides. Root Canal Appreciation Day. Wondering why we need that. Tulip Day. It's National Tulip Day. And World Facilities Management. Hey, it's also National Apple Pie Day. So if you're into that kind of thing, go have a slice. It's National Crouton Day. It's so many interesting national days today. I love to look those days up and participate in some of the fun, silly ones. National Donate a Day's Wages to Charity. Hey, if you can do that kind of thing, do it. I always say that I believe that when we give, it comes back to us. So hey, however you feel like you should give. Today would be a great day to give to a charity, whatever the amount. It's also National Cough Drop Day, which I probably could use. I feel like I might be coming down with a little ear infection or something. So I'm not sure a cough drop would help, but I feel it from the inside. I haven't had an ear infection in years. Fruit Cocktail Day. National Fruit Cocktail Day. Do what you will with that information. It's also National Hummus Day. And you know what? I'm going to go get some hummus today in celebration of that. Curly Shawarma has wonderful, beautiful hummus. Who else does that I know? Now, I don't know. There may be other places that have great hummus. One World Cafe, they do have great hummus. They were my favorite, and I just haven't been there in years. Like I came in town once or a couple of times, and I would go there with my aunt years ago. And they had great hummus. But Curly Shawarma has beautiful hummus as well. I mean, it literally just made my mouth water. So go partake in hummus from somewhere. I want to try making some at home on my own. Not sure it'd be that good, but I want to try it. Have you made hummus at home alone? Tell me if you've ever made hummus yourself and send me your recipes to news25week.com. I would love to make some by myself so I can have it whenever I want it because I love hummus. Anyway, more good news only after the break. Welcome back to Good News Only. So, as I said before, we've got lots of good news for you today. And I just want to share some. So, let's start with a story in Monroe County where inmates are and music students are getting together to create something beautiful. And so far, it's working. So, students approve, these inmates and these students and their music are proving the power of creativity and second chances. So, five inmates teamed up with students from Eastman School of Music to compose original music using computer software and live orchestration. That is so cool. Student Aiden Hughes says the experience completely changed the way he views performance and connection through music. Inmate Frank Creemald, he says that how finishing a music project, or that finishing a music project gave him a sense of pride, purpose, and hope during a addiction recovery. He pointed out that during his addiction, when he was really in the thick of it, he struggled. I'm sorry, I don't know why I can't talk today. He struggled with not being able to complete things. And I was like, child, that sounds like me and this ADHD. But he struggled very badly with not being able to see things through. And so being able to start this project and see it through start to finish gave him a great sense of pride. Now, I haven't dealt with addiction, thank God, but I definitely understand what it's like to feel a sense of pride of being able to actually sit down and complete a thing from start to finish. I'm telling you, sometimes it's work for somebody like me who doesn't struggle with addiction but does live with ADHD. It is work. You've got to be intentional and disciplined and have some endurance and some comeback. Like you got to keep coming back and be dedicated to that thing. So I'm sure he feels a great sense of pride. So congratulations to him. Joey Yeager with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office says that the pilot program focuses on rehabilitation and life skills through artistic expression. Professor Eleanor Freer explains that the program is about much more than music, teaching commitment, confidence, and personal growth. I think that's absolutely awesome. And I love that they get to get out and be among other people, especially young people. You know, young people and their vitality, their youth, their curiosity, their excitement about life, their newness really can renew and restore and invigorate, a spirit that has little hope. I cannot imagine being for just objectively separate and apart for whatever may have landed them in an incarcerated situation. I can't imagine being incarcerated, right? It's a punishment for a reason, because it's harsh. I can't imagine being in that situation, and what that does to a person's psyche and their hope, and their sense of positivity. And so I think it's amazing that these young people come in, because I think that something like this, they've learned some things, some life skills, in doing this program with these young people, but I'm sure it kind of gives them a renewed sense of excitement about their own lives and what's possible when they leave prison. So this is pretty cool, especially just being able to be around music. I know Frank Creedmold, who said that finishing a musical project gave him a sense of pride and purpose. He says that he's always had a natural inclination toward music and a natural talent for it, but just didn't quite know what to do with it or how to use it. And so this is him here. He also says writing this piece with these students healed something in his relationship with his mom, because the parts that he participated in, they came from a place of a wounding in him that was related to his relationship with his mother. So working through this with them helped aid in the healing of his emotional issues, and his soul with his mother. So this is pretty cool. I love the thought of this program. Really, really cool. And finding harmony behind bars, to a teenager finding and building success one window at a time. We've talked a lot this week about these teenagers who are doing great things on their own, starting businesses, and they are successful. So in Lincoln, Nebraska, 17-year-old entrepreneur Gabe Johnson is turning heads with his booming window washing business. The last teenager earlier this week, or was it the end of last week, his business was a lawn care business. I mean, these are simple businesses and they are booming. Gabe often works 7 days a week and up to 11 hours a day, all while still being a teenager. What started with a simple mop and squeegee has grown into a professional operation complete with trucks and specialized equipment. Can you believe that? I mean, 17. Gabe says believing in yourself and pushing through setbacks has been key to his success. A memorable client includes legendary Nebraska football coach Tom Osborne, whose encouragement left a lasting impact. What we say to these young people really does matter. Gabe hopes his story inspires other young people to take action on their dreams instead of wondering, what if? I think this is so cool, because he's 17 and this is successful. He may decide he wants to do something else, although he does say that he loves this. The words that he uses at the beginning of this particular story of the video, it's a soundbite of him saying he absolutely loves doing what he's doing. So he may decide to stick with this long term and grow it into something major, or he may decide he wants to try his hand at something else or add on something else. But at 17, starting a business, running a business, it being successful, that really does show signs of him being able to be a successful businessman later in life, as his life continues to go, if he keeps up with this. I mean, because the things that he's learning now are invaluable to where I'm sure he's going to go in the future. So congratulations to him. And speaking of helping young people thrive, pediatricians are emphasizing the importance of something kids love most, and that is recess. Now, recess, when I was a teacher, recess when I was in school, was a big deal. Now, I was the kind of little girl who didn't mind recess, because that meant that I didn't have to be in the classroom, but I also enjoyed recess, or I didn't like being outside, but I also enjoyed just being able to be left alone. Okay. Now I did play sometimes with the other kids, but just having the fresh air and the freedom, especially just taking a break from that stuffy classroom, and all those stuffy assignments, worked wonders for my little brain, especially as an ADHDer that was undiagnosed at the time. But the American Academy of Pediatrics has updated its guidance on the importance of school recess. Doctors say recess is critical for kids and adolescent development. It's helping students reduce stress and improve social skills. Just all the things we were just talking about. The group also says recess supports healthier learning and environments. Oops, sorry. Wait, let me show you the kids playing. But the group also says that recess supports healthier learning and environments and better classroom behavior, especially seeing as how usually we would be tired when we came in from recess. It was time to take a nap at that point. Let me wait, sorry. Yes, so pediatricians stress that recess should not be withheld as punishment or for academic reasons. Now, I don't know how many schools will follow suit with that, but do with this information as you will. I'm just here to deliver the news for you, give you the information so you are informed. Schools are encouraged to promote inclusion, equity, and safety during playtime activities. Districts will still determine how much recess time students receive. I know I used to be tired after recess, and I think, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that when we would come in from recess, when I was growing up, we would come in. I think I was like in kindergarten. We would come in from recess. My favorite thing was now it's time to lay down, take a nap. And we would take that nap, but my little cot was right next to the shelf that held the Play-Doh. My mouth is watering. Right next to the shelf that held the Play-Doh, and I would all nap time sneak in the Play-Doh and eat it. It was so good. I like sour candy. I like sour things. Love sour things. The more sour, the better. My mouth is watering now. And Play-Doh is sour. And it's probably sour because it's got so many germs on it from kids touching it. But I wasn't thinking about that at that age. But I would lay there at recess and eat that Play-Doh, or after recess at nap time and eat that Play-Doh. So a nice fresh day of fresh air and running around at recess to now it's time to lay down and cool down and relax with a nice jar of pink Play-Doh. Recess works wonders for children. From the classroom to a dramatic rescue in Florida, where a four-legged hero comes to the rescue. This is a cool story that we will talk about after the break. Welcome back to Good News Only. So, before the break, we started to talk about a canine whose name is Boomer and how he rescued a 96-year-old man. I always think that's so cool how they can just pick up on a scent. Like you show it to them once or give it to them and smell it once, and then they're off and they can track it right there. So, near Tampa, a canine deputy named Boomer is being credited with helping save a missing elderly man. And so, the man is 96-year-old Ray Cornett. He disappeared on Saturday, prompting a large search by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department. And when you see where he was, it's just, isn't that crazy? I mean, I can't imagine being lost in there. Now, you know, my fear of animals would take me out. I cannot imagine that. And at 96, oh my goodness, how he got all the way in there is amazing to me. After picking up Cornett's scent, Boomer tracked him to a wooded area just a few hundred yards from home. Authorities say, yes, I am on the air. It's okay. Thank you. Authorities say Cornett was found in good condition thanks to the quick work of the canine team. So deputies are praising Boomer once again for proving why dogs truly are man's best friend. I'm sure that 96-year-old man is very thankful. And so next we're going to talk about some tattoos with purpose. And these are tattoos that are being had by some what we normally think of as nice, wholesome, untattooed characters, but we know that there are all kinds of people in all fields and areas of work. Iowa teachers are covered in temporary tattoos. They did this for a cause. Students at Harrison Elementary School turned temporary tattoos into a creative fundraiser, and I bet this was so fun for them. Kids purchased tattoos for students at $1 each to raise money for the school PTA. I think this is such a cool idea. Fourth grade teacher Julie Ziegler, she won the contest by applying 63 temporary tattoos to her body. I bet that class had a pizza party. Do they still do that now? Like reward the kids with pizza parties at the schoolhouse? I wonder if they still do that. We had a good time with that, honey. That would motivate us more than anything to bring our little dollars. Ziegler says that it took about an hour and a half to place all those tattoos, and the fundraiser brought in roughly $500 for school activities and programs. Students and staff alike embraced the fun-filled event with plenty of school spirit. We'll have more good news only after the break. Welcome back to Good News Only. Well, that's a wrap for me today. Now I want to hear from you. Please go to news25 at WEK.com and let me know what you thought about today's show. In the meantime, be sure to check out the midday newscast and meet me back here today at 1 p.m. for more Good News Only. I'm LaShawna Guy for 25 News. Have a wonderful morning.